On today's reaction, we have a video from a new channel called Ghost Theory. If you like this video, then go and subscribe to them. I'm sure they will appreciate it. The tagline of the video is, "We left cameras alone in a haunted house. And then what we found out is terrifying." Let's find out what it was. Right, okay, let's see what these ghost hunters found when they were not in the building, by the sounds of it. Let's go.
What even the hell makes a sound that loud? That isn't something living.
Well, the intro's got the
We're going to
attention.
leave cameras all throughout the house, and we're going to leave. Yeah, we have been hearing all sorts since we've been here. Look at the camera. Camera.
Due to popular demand, Elliot is now longer a hot air balloon. Right, I feel like that's probably an inside joke.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Ghost Theory. We have come to an amazing time capsule location. We have been here a while waiting for it to get dark, listening out for some sounds, getting some cinematics and setting up some equipment.
First
Right,
of all,
okay.
as ever, let's have a look around. This place literally has everything left behind it. The guy who lived here, I think, must have died a couple of years ago. Possibly even in this house. We don't know for 100% fact. But all the stuff is still here as if they still live here. But he certainly doesn't, which we'll be able to show why when we get to the other side of the house.
Okay.
First things first, there is power. It's just the most ridiculous thing, isn't it, when you find an abandoned house. Who's paying for the power? This was this is a funny room because it looks like it was a kid's room, but also it's got an old man's hat on there.
Yeah, it's flat
But
cat.
it's almost
Definitely
like
old
this
man's
is stuff
house.
from his childhood.
Benjamin Button. He was old but young.
Yeah, but you never know because like grandparents also have like toys in for grandkids coming around as well. You know what I mean? Mind you, them trains did look quite antique. To be honest.
Benjamin Button. He was old but young.
Yeah. Might have found out his name was Benjamin as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, tax disc from a car,
Wow.
2008. But it's like I say, it's got like kind of old children's toys, and this is actually a remote control tank. That'd be amazing if that still worked. What year is that from?
Oh,
They
that's
actually
not
made it
gonna
out of
work.
metal as well.
Wow.
I mean, that shows how old that is.
That ain't gonna work.
These books look like they've been set up for urban exploring, but what's in here? Or is that the lid for that?
Looks like I was gonna
It's
say.
not an abandoned-
I was just gonna say it looks like a sewing machine lid because my mum had one of these. Yeah, my mum's 84. My mum is 84, and she had one of these in the house, and it used to be mounted on a platform, and it used to have a pedal. It wasn't electric, yet you pressed a pedal up and down like that, and that spun the thing that made it so. It was like proper also. It was a Singer as well like that.
What's in here? Or is that the lid for that?
It is the lid for that,
It's
mate.
not an abandoned house without a Singer sewing machine, is it?
We get them in so many.
Yeah, they're all that. They're old stuff. They're worth a packet, some of them.
There's some stuff over there as well. Lots of baby pictures, like old baby pictures.
Yeah.
As in
Concord.
pictures of babies that are now old pictures, not old babies.
Come on, mate. I mean, how long did you want to drag that sentence out? We knew what you meant.
Definitely Benjamin Button here.
I'm gonna turn this off.
If we go into here, this is a creepy ass corridor connected
Yeah,
to the rooms.
looks
It is
cool.
a bungalow. You can see that there are a shitload of cobwebs and all the wallpaper is peeling. So this has not been sort of looked after for a very long time.
I haven't looked at
One thing that gets me about these houses, what people go in, whether it be a nuke video or a slapped hand video or any other, bizarre bub, whatever, the houses that they go into, when the people have left them, they're always a mess. But means, did nobody have tidy houses? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy to me that the houses are always a mess. It's those stuff all over the floor. Unless people have been ransacking them. You really never know, do you?
bathroom.
Well-
We got told off in the last episode for looking in the bathroom, so
Okay, well, there's
it's
the
pink.
bathroom. I won't show you the toilet.
I'm gonna show it anyway.
Go on, show the
Look,
toilet.
I'm gonna get all 3 cameras on it. There we go.
Oh, God.
That is creepy.
Flush it!
I mean, clearly, the main bedroom before the gentleman was moved into the living
God,
room.
look at that suitcase. That's like Mr. Bean's.
The care.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I mean, old trunks. You've got these pictures as well.
Yeah.
They actually seem very religious, and that one especially.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's one behind it that. Yeah. Okay.
It's all Jesus stuff, isn't it?
So I wonder if they were religious.
Definitely had energy saving bulbs though.
What's that noise? Other than the M42 out there. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Oh my God, look at that whisk on the wall.
Actually sounds like someone's in that room.
Don't go in.
What the hell? I mean, there isn't. Should we just look in here now? We're in here. Again, more signs of an older person living here. I mean, they didn't even get to put the washing up away. It's just unbelievable. Still got washing in the washing machine. They didn't even get time to take the washing out. It's
Well, let's face it, he's not flushed the toilet either, has he? He's not going to take the washing out either if he's not flushed the toilet.
just insane.
Yeah.
Still sugar in the bowl. It actually looks like they were about to make a cup of tea and something happened. Well, they got like the tea and the coffee or whatever out.
Yeah.
Spoon inside here, but nothing inside it. The sugar's open and everything. It literally is as if someone's just started to make a cup of tea and then that was it.
Felt bad and.
Yeah. What an absolutely amazing place. Oh wow, look at all these photos too. So we've actually figured that this guy would have been a farmer. They actually had their own business.
Yeah.
Right.
It was his name, surname, which we won't say, and Sons.
Yeah.
So, but these are actually pictures of the house, look. I presume these are their old cars.
He left in a hurry. Yeah, left in a hurry or died. Oh my God, that car. I'll tell you exactly what kind of car that is. That is an Austin Montego. They were still around when I first started driving. Man, I feel old.
And tractors and things. That's amazing. Oh my word. Look at that.
Oh, is that door there? That's a picture of that door.
That's him, stood here.
Oh,
Wow.
please be stood
Just
there
where I
now.
can hear the noise as well. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
It is the guy. The house
Wow.
has barely changed.
It hasn't, has it?
Isn't that just an amazing image? Do you know,
Wow.
the room we're about to go
Nostalgia.
in actually has the Polaroid camera that these were taken with.
Wow.
I think it's in there.
Oh yeah. Right there, set up on the table.
A Polaroid. Wow. This is proper old that stuff, this.
I wonder if it still works. Again, more photos of.
I
of
can
the
see an Escort in that
property
picture as well. Ford Escort.
They cared a lot for this place. Now, main living room. And I've got a feeling that that was definitely the deathbed. I don't. You can't tell. It's just a feeling. But it's set up the way, you know.
We obviously can never know for sure if someone actually died here.
No.
Because it might have been a case of that something happened and they were rushed off to hospital really fast.
Yeah.
It might not have actually been here, but the fact that everything is still left like this makes you think that there wasn't a family. So
Yeah, I would say that.
the only people that would have been caring here would have been carers, but we might find something here actually which has to do with the carers.
Yeah.
And it might be the fact that we might find that he refused care and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And maybe didn't want people here, and he might have wanted to die here alone. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Some people it might have been that his wife also died here
Hmm.
and wanted to die in the same house. It's a brutal subject, but it is just how it happens, isn't it? Do you think that they were his children or potentially his wife or something?
I don't know, because obviously I think that's definitely newer, the way the photo is developed. I think that could have been his wife.
It could be a wife and child, and that's why they're like this. But then,
Yeah.
if they had a child, then why is this house like this?
Well, there's a picture over there that I've seen of someone graduating. That could be one of the sons.
Okay,
because-
there's another child here.
Yeah.
Oh, here they were married, or at least together. 50 years
50
together.
years together. Wow.
University of West England. So I reckon that was one of the kids.
That's some stretch there, isn't it? 50 years. What is that in? Wedding anniversaries, is it gold? Or diamond? 50 years? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments.
I don't
if
know.
you know.
It's interesting. That's the same person. That one and this.
Yeah.
That's the child. And that could be the same person that graduated there. They do look quite similar, actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then this on their wedding day. Perhaps. Oh, that's the son.
Is it?
I think that's the son. Yeah.
So maybe.
Gold.
Well, it's impossible to
Thank
know.
you.
Let's sort of ask.
Yeah, that's a
We
good
can
idea.
try and get questions answered that way. I just want to get a closer look at this because I find it's harrowing, isn't
It
it?
is. It's a
It's
bed.
just in.
It looks like a hospital bed.
You can't explain it, can you? When you walk into a room like this that's abandoned.
Mm.
I mean, it's just how's just the DVLA stuff just there? Do you know what I mean? It's like they just
Might be
click
sorting his
things
car
just
tax out
disappeared.
before he went off.
Became non-existent,
yeah.
or are they?
Well,
Set your cameras up, let's go.
that's- for us to find out.
That's our question, isn't it?
yeah. So we were sat down in the living room for maybe an hour to an hour and a half, just waiting for rush hour to go, wait for all the traffic to die down. Then we started hearing some noises. We started recording, and then this happened. Do you want to explain what we're doing?
Basically, we've been waiting for the traffic to stop, which it doesn't seem to be. But we've been waiting about an hour now. And we're not really set up, but we've just heard some really strange noises.
The traffic is just really annoying.
Come on. You can hear the cars, can't you?
Go into night vision.
basement. Oh, it's a service hatch. Oh, I thought it was a basement. It's not a basement.
What even the hell makes a sound that loud? That
You-
isn't something living.
It was metallic, wasn't it?
Definitely not anybody here as well.
No, we know there's no one here. And no one can come in either. I mean, it was like... Fuck, I don't like being out here on my own.
There was like a vibration. It was almost metal sounds, you know what I mean? Like,
That's what I said.
Hearing all sorts since we've been here. But then it just started to like ramp up.
that's incredible. Where the fuck did it even come from? Like, the first bit sounded like...
Did you shut that door?
I've not shut any door. I promise you I've not shut any door.
The door was nearly shut. I can't see.
Hello? Are you able to make a noise to communicate with us?
Why did you do that with his head? Proper mess, that, isn't it?
Oh, the traffic is making this so hard. There was a knock in the corner. Yeah.
Can you copy me?
That was in the living room, was it not? Or in the kitchen? I'm actually going to shut this door. Because so much sound comes through there.
The things that people do to get content, there could be a serial killer in there or anything. But they're nicely going after it with the cameras.
Maybe not.
This room's fucking creeping me out. Do you think that was in here?
Either that or the kitchen.
I honestly, I don't think anything has changed.
What was the guy's name? Ah, Ronald. His name was Ronald.
Oh.
Okay.
Or Ron, I think people would have called him.
Ron, are you here with us?
What is that sound?
Was that dripping?
You hear that?
That sounds like a
Ding, 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 ding.
like a
Is it now
timer that you
back
plug in.
there?
Might be the fridge.
Hello? We are calling out. to the spirit of the man or the woman who used to live here. I'm getting screaming house vibes.
Yeah, I know, that gives me chills.
Yeah.
If that door now doesn't open... We're safe. Oh, well, why does it smell so different in here now?
Oh,
doesn't it?
yeah. Oh, that's musky.
It smells, yeah, it smells like sweat and...
It's
That's
warm.
really odd.
It's warm in here.
Yeah. Like, we've been sat in here for a long time as well, and that did not... Well, one, it hasn't been caused by us, and two, didn't smell like that earlier.
Okay. So far, we've been getting some really interesting activity. So we thought that we would try something we haven't done in about 11 years.
Right, so this is something we've never done on this channel before. We actually did this about a decade ago when we first started exploring and doing paranormal videos. Now, a lot of people have also asked us to do this. And
I think a lot of them noises that they heard, I think, apart from that metallic one at the beginning, a lot of them other noises, I think they were explainable. I think they were like maybe appliances or, you know, they could have been the fridge or anything, you know what I mean?
And doing paranormal videos. Now, a lot of people have also asked us to do this in the recent year or two. We're going to leave cameras all throughout the house, and we're going to leave. So we've got one facing this room. We also have another camera facing the kitchen. It's just in the little hatch. We've also got the Zoom here, which was very popular in our last investigation, actually. People really like that. It's essentially, hopefully, going to pick up any EVPs that are in this room. And this is obviously by the bed that he potentially died in, we don't know.
Right.
But that's the reason why that's there. There's also another camera in the room where we think the door may have shut. Don't know what caused it, but if it happens again, we may capture it with that camera. And there's also a camera right down the end of the building, facing throughout the corridor. But it's all to be able to hear, hopefully, any sounds that happen in this building.
Right, so got our bases covered.
So the idea of this is that our presence may stop any potential activity from happening. If there are spirits there, they might want to just get on with their day. It also stops any noise.
Pop down to the shops, go to the post office, go and set the car for a wash. What do you think these ghosts are going to do? Go about their day. That was a funny way of saying it.
Spirits there, they might want to just get on with their day. It also stops any noise pollution from us, so we thought it's a really good experiment to do. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to head outside. We're going to probably spend about 40 to an hour outside. So, yeah, we're going to leave it all running, and let's go.
Yeah, let's just go get frozen to death outside. Yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to do is we actually just bought this, which is an EMF pump.
What's wrong?
Makes a slightly irritating sound. How would you turn it on? Oh, there we go. An EMF pump is essentially just designed to pump out some electromagnetic frequencies into the air and essentially give the spirits more energy. We always use K2 meters or sometimes use K2 meters, and that picks up the electromagnetic frequency, which supposedly the spirits can either speak through or that is them as they are that.
If you actually believe in that. I'm liking the fact this guy's got an Ice 9 Kills hoodie on. That's very cool.
See, which supposedly the spirits can either speak through or that is them as they are that form of energy potentially. So we thought maybe if we use this and put it in one of the rooms, it can pump out the energy into the room, and then the cameras will pick up any activity from the energy that gives the spirits. Now, one thing to also point out as well, it's nowhere near the K2 meter. It only pumps out energy maybe 30, 40 centimeters away from it. So it would never ever affect any of the equipment that we've got in the room or the building at the time. I'm gonna leave that in there just in case it was potentially something that moved this door. And then leave that like that, so it has the potential to move. Just, you know, even if it's wind.
Okay.
Okay. A few hours later. SpongeBob thing. feel like I'm watching Paranormal Activity. Do you know what I mean? It's a noisy little shit thing, isn't it? That made a different noise then. There was a bang then. That was like the end of the Blair Witch Project. You know when the camera just drops on the floor? I'll see that again. I don't need to see me. Can I hear something?
I am starting to get hypothermia now. I should go back in. Got to be in over an hour, surely.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
That could be an expensive camera, that, you know. What would have really impressed me is if whatever it was knocked it off, picked it back up.
The EMF pump.
Oh yeah. Where is that actually?
In here. Or would we just stop everything recording then? Just.
What we could do is call out now. So you can actually see by these shots that the experiment was pretty successful. We did catch some amazing stuff. However, it doesn't mean that everything that we caught was paranormal. Some of it could be explained.
Yeah.
We also have absolutely no idea.
You might not have mounted the camera properly.
If the EMF pump actually made any difference. Thinking back, what we should have done is did an hour with the EMF pump and then an hour without it to see if the activity changes or if any differences in what's happening inside the building. It's just something we can try again in the future.
Overall, we seem to pick up on a lot of banging and movements, and you could even hear a voice that came from the living room, which was also picked up on the Zoom.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any spirits here who wish to communicate with us?
You owe me £1,000 for my camera.
The fridge is on.
I said that.
Was it on before?
It must have been.
I said that.
Could it explain some of the noises, maybe?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know. The Big Bang.
We caught a fridge. I'm only joking.
Like, I don't know. The Big Bang. Is that like
No.
fridges?
Yeah. Or ice. Maybe it's ice falling.
Checking the freezer.
Like an iceberg.
Yeah.
What was the name?
Ron.
Ron, are you here?
Was there just knocking noises in that room? It was just boom, deeper. In here, I'm sure it's certain of it. Wasn't me, because it's concrete floor. There's noises. Either that, I'm going mad.
Check that
Hello?
machine.
Ron, is that you?
Ron don't want to talk.
Sounds like... What?
I'm not fucking moving.
What do you mean you're not moving?
Look at the camera. Camera.
Oh, fuck.
It fucking fell.
Fuck off.
What was it on?
Is it okay? It's still recording.
What was it on?
Should we play it back?
Yeah? Right, okay, let's just show what that was on. Right, it's not exactly the steadiest thing on earth. Okay, but that's been in here for an hour. What we heard in the living room, we actually thought was the sound of the camera falling off the door. Obviously, we didn't put that together at the time because it was only once we saw it on the floor did we put the sound and that
Right.
together. But it was actually only during the edit where we realised that the camera had actually fallen off way before and during the time that we were outside.
So the camera was quite stable on the handle, but it wasn't the most stable it could have been.
No.
So there is a possibility that it did just slide off over time.
Believe it or not, we
Yeah.
actually had no idea that the camera had fallen off while we were outside. We come in and we actually look down that corridor, but it is a completely pitch black corridor. The camera only has little infrared lights on it. It was actually the bigger light that we have, which makes it even more miraculous that we didn't see it. But it is literally just these little red dots to us. It obviously, unless you're looking through a night vision camera, you can't see any light coming off it at all. It was only once Elliot looked out down to the end of the corridor after we had heard that sound did he notice that the red lights were on the floor and no longer on the handle. And
Right.
that's when we kind of put everything together. But we were technically wrong. It didn't happen at that point. It happened before. But even so,
You still
the
heard a
camera
noise.
falling off is still
Still heard a noise.
quite incredible. What was that?
I don't know, but it was right to my left. It sounded like the bed moving. But look at that.
What's that noise? I'm going to shut this because of the sheer amount of noises coming through there. Do you know, I haven't noticed a car go past for ages.
No.
It was like the whole time was just like in silence.
Maybe there was no cars. Maybe it was Ron making a noise. I can't talk too much during this actual video because I'm afraid I'll talk over a noise or something. So I'm just like watching it like that.
The whole time was just like in silence.
Are you here with us now?
Ron?
I need my camera.
Some expensive cameras, them.
I'm going to go turn my torch off just in case. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to turn my torch off.
We say it every time.
I'm not saying this, people, but I am turning my torch off. Just in case. Because there's some weird noises.
The noise. Okay, the reason why we're now saying that there might be people because that just sounded like car doors on the outside.
Let me jump that.
Let's just stay here. In this room.
That was quite sharp in my headphones.
If there's a spirit with us, we ask you to make contact just while we are here in this house. We've come searching for answers about life after death.
Can you touch the black device that we've left on your table?
Oh, it's one of them light things, isn't it?
So I really enjoyed.
What if Ron was Polish or something like that? He didn't understand English. You never know, do you?
So I really enjoyed this investigation, and it's one of my favourites for a long time. A lot of it is very weird. It can be explained, but I think it's kind of that middle ground type of investigation because it's weird. Things are happening. Can it be explained? We're a bit mixed in the middle because a lot of it can, perhaps a lot of it can't, especially at the beginning when we were startled by very loud noises coming from the kitchen.
I think in terms of urban exploring, this has got to be one of the best locations we've done. It's incredibly harrowing, a really upsetting location.
Yeah.
There's clearly been lots of misery in that house, but before that was a really nice, happy, loving home when you look through some of the photos. Now, in terms of paranormal, I think the vast majority of the sounds can be explained by the fact that there are potentially rats in the loft. I think one of the sounds that we heard when we were in the corridor and I jumped, I think that was just a rat in the loft. And then you've got the sound of the fridge making lots of noises. That fridge has been on for years with no maintenance. And I think when you just combine everything together, there's a high potential for some of it to be paranormal, but I think actually a lot of it can be explained just through the random appliances and creatures living within the house.
Okay, so at least it wasn't one of those investigations where people start Hollywoodizing it and making things like That guy who walked around with a hand in one of the compilation ghost videos, and the curtains are moving and things are walking past him and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was like that looked very, very Hollywood style. But this, at least this was real. This was a real attempt to get ghosts on camera. It was quite interesting. I couldn't talk too much to it because I was afraid of missing a noise or something they were talking about. I mean, the camera did look very weird until I found out, you know, the one that fell off. So I found out he'd mounted it on a door handle that was like that big. So it was always going to fall off, I reckon. And they're really, really smooth as well, aren't they? So it could have fell off over time. But it was definitely an interesting watch, and I do like watching people who are not acting, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it was good. Good. Anyway, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and if you like my videos, then please hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you all in the next video.